Things haven't changed much since John D. Rockefeller's time. Despite unprecedented technological advances, which have replaced a great deal of face-to-face interaction with digital communications, social skills are still the #1 commodity on our planet. Not least because relationships, which depend entirely on social skills, represent the foundation of any society. This chapter will highlight the fact that, despite the importance of social relations, most people are particularly bad at judging social skills, both in themselves and in others. Contrary to what you may believe, those who appear socially confident are often considered cocky or arrogant and are more likely to fail in social situations. We'll outline the benefits of low social confidence, namely preventing embarrassment and humiliation and motivating self-improvement. And then we'll cover some simple guidelines for charming and influencing others in social situations. As you've begun to see, focusing on others rather than yourself is a crucial pathway to success. As with other domains of competence, people are especially delusional about their social skills when they feel very confident. A review of independent scientific studies reported an average correlation of 0.17 between people's self-perceived social skills, their confidence, and their actual social competence. This suggests that people's insight into their own social skills is marginally better than chance. In other words, a random score would be almost as indicative of our true social skills as our rational self-evaluation or self-knowledge is. We are equally inept when it comes to judging others' social skills. For example, studies have shown that we are generally unable to tell whether others are lying, and the more confident we are in our ability to discriminate between truth and lies, the more likely we are to be wrong. In fact, the correlation between people's competence for detecting lies and their confidence in their ability to do so is virtually 0.04 to be precise. It's therefore as reliable to base lie detection judgments on chance as it is to trust your confidence. Alarmingly, this is true even for people who are in the business of spotting liars. For instance, law enforcement officers are as bad at identifying liars as laypeople are. Contrary to what you may think, and especially to what they tend to think, people with inflated social confidence do not perform better in social situations. There is no evidence for the beneficial effects of social confidence or the idea that feeling assertive in social situations will boost your performance or social competence. In fact, the only measure by which socially confident people do better is their own assessment of their performance. I'm sure you know people who are very confident, secure, and dominant in social interactions. If you do, pay attention to how they evaluate their own performance. For example, when they give a talk, go on a date, or pitch to a client. Ask them how they performed, and they will tell you that they did exceptionally well. And sadly, they really believe that's the case. Emphasis on sadly because it confers them no advantage, and quite a few disadvantages. Psychologists Julia Bishop and Heidi Grant from the University of Nebraska-Lincoln asked 500 ninth grade pupils to nominate their most and least favorite classmates. Each nominee was put into one of 5 categories, ranging from popular to rejected. The researchers also obtained generic measures of confidence from all participants. Surprise, surprise, unless you've listened to the previous chapters, there was no correlation whatsoever between pupils' self-confidence ratings and their popularity as rated by their classmates. The only variable that differentiated people with lower and higher social confidence was whether pupils had a close friend in the class. Those who did rated themselves more favorably in popularity, which is understandable. They had at least one person who genuinely liked them.